as we are just about set to go here for the opening tip. It'll be RGV in the road grays with the red and white trim, and Iowa in their home blues with the silver and neon green. They've got the white letters and numerals on the jerseys as well, and we are set to go. Tony, you've got the officials for tonight's contest.
Yes, I do. The chief will be wearing number 7. That's Agan Abazi. The referee wearing number 10, Jason Alabanza. And the umpire wearing number 35. Back from Saturday's game, here is Lars Murray, officiating crew tonight.
Lars got to do some sightseeing in Des Moines over the weekend.
I don't know if he wanted to go sightseeing. He might have froze stiff, but at least it wasn't as bad a weather. Reason he's still here because the weather conditions, other officials couldn't get here. He was already here, so he stayed.
A lot of flight issues around the country with all the cold and snow, but and Rio Grande Valley, we'll get to it in a little bit here, but some roster issues as they had to scramble to have 8 players in uniform tonight by the sounds of things.
Yeah, they had to bring a couple of two-ways up, down here just to get the roster. They had only 6 coming here with 5 guys either up with the Big Got Club or injured right now. We'll get to those in a minute.
There's Tristan Newton, former Iowa Wolf, earlier this season moved over to RGV. He's on a 2-way contract now with the Houston Rockets, and he'll get an assist on the first bucket of the game.
And Isaiah Crawford, the other 2-way player, with that 3-shot, that 3-ball that he just made from the right wing.
There's a lob inside for Zakarski, and he just flips it up and in. Rocco gonna have the size advantage by the looks of things tonight. Abugidi goes 6'9", and that shot blocked from behind.
And Rocco kind of knew it. He got a piece of him, but he almost got all ball there for a second.
That was Abugidi there on the shot attempt. Fouled by Zakarski, so his first personal, and you saw a little contact there on the arm on the way up.
Again, Iowa without Zion Pullen still on the injured list for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. Daisha Nix, a former Iowa Wolf, is out of the lineup along with Teddy Allen, Cameron Matthews, Vernon Carey Jr., and Ricky Council IV, and Tyler Smith. So a whole lot off this roster this evening.
Well, Iowa has a couple guys trying to secure the offensive rebound, but RGV gets a second chance, and then that one, boy, I thought that was last touch there by RGV, but Iowa a little sloppy on the defensive glass here early on.
And it might have been a foul anyway. The ball went out of bounds, stays with RGV as Iowa lost it after getting the rebound.
So Davidson will trigger in. Here's Crawford with it up top. Newton through the lane. Newton up with the right hand. Can't get the scoop shot to go, but rips it right away from Zakarski.
Iowa better, boy, Rio Grande really quick with their hands.
A traveling violation. Abugidi tried to drop it off to a cutter, but not on the same page there. But you know, good hustle early on here by RGV. They've caused some problems on the defensive glass.
There's another.
And there's a turnover and a drop off for Abugidi as he hammers the dunk off the back of the rim, and this time gets it to go through.
You don't see that often, but they still get it back. Boy, really quick hands by Rio Grande. Iowa's got to protect the basketball. Really, not even any offensive sets so far with the Rio Grande defense extending.
Here's Jules Bernard into the paint. To the corner, goes for Crutcher. Crutcher in the lane. Crutcher a little scoop shot, no. Zakarski there, and easy putback, no good. But he just pads the rebound stats and puts the second one through. 5-4, the Vipers lead it early on.
So both bigs missed a bunny, but both bigs got the ball back and put it in on each side here the last possession.
Into the corner, quick trigger 3 by Davidson is up and good. So here comes Bernard into the paint, and he lays it up with the left hand. Kind of almost lost the handle and had to regather, but 8-6 now, the Vipers lead it.
I'm sorry, John.
No, Newton gonna fire a 3 on the step back, and that's up and good.
He knows the range in this place. We've seen him score 25, 35, 40 points, depending on the game here at the Casey Center.
Zakarski into the corner, Crutcher's 3, no good. Zakarski put it on the floor, had it taken away. Newton, the second time he's done that. Here's the pass to Crawford. Now it's Davidson. Crawford inside, kicks it to the corner. Abugidi's 3 is up and good.
Wow.
Well, the Vipers came in winners of 4 straight, and they are shooting the ball well here early on. 14-6, they lead it.
And they're taking care of the ball better. Iowa's just been sloppy offensively. A bunch of good steals by Rio Grande Valley, and there's a tie-up, I thought.
It's going to be a foul prior to the tie-up. They're going to get Isaiah Crawford with the foul.
Yeah, not much of a complaint by Crawford, so you knew the official was right on it. When at my angle, I saw the ball being grabbed, but yeah, there's a grab from behind first before he went to the ball, so there's no doubt that was a foul, and Crawford knew it.
So Jules Bernard at the line. Looking for points 3 and 4 here with the 1-for-2 free throw, and shot up and good. So it's the Vipers leading early on here. Tristan Newton lets another 3 fly. Alizé with the rebound. Here comes Alizé through the lane, lays it up and in. A couple of Vipers collided midair.
Yeah, Alizé got a screen from 2 Vipers running into each other there as he went across to the rim.
Yeah, Abugidi ran into Crawford as he was contesting the shot. Abugidi left open in the corner again, and he buries another 3 ball.
He's got a stroke from out there, better identify quickly. Abugidi already with 8 points in this ball game.
Good looking player, 6'9", knocking down threes early on. Inside for Alizé, Johnson. And they're going to say he's fouled underneath.
That's Crawford. He picks up 2 quick ones now. Last 2 possessions, Crawford's picked up a foul.
That's the one thing the Vipers
they're going to ask for a review.
Can't afford, and they will ask for a review. So it'll be a review, and a media timeout will step away. 7:53 to go here in the first quarter. It's the Vipers 17, the Wolves 10. More Wolves basketball after this break. Back here live at the KC Center, 17-10. The Vipers lead it, and we left you with a foul call on the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. It would be foul number 2 on Isaiah Crawford. The officials took a look at it. We're waiting for the official review.
They're overturning the call, John.
So Iowa will maintain possession, but more importantly for the Vipers, they overturned the foul call. There was no illegal contact, and Isaiah Crawford will stay with that 1 personal foul. And that's big, Tony, because the Vipers only have 3 guys on the bench tonight ready to go, and a couple of those guys I think newly acquired. So not a deep bench at all tonight for the Vipers.
Modell Eastern's coming in for the Iowa Wolves out of the timeout. Iowa's shooting 57% from the field, 4 of 7, but they've made a couple of turnovers in Rio Grande Valley with a couple of pickpockets, while Rio Grande shooting 67% from the floor, 6 of 9, and they're 5 of 6 from 3, John, 83%. You're not going to lose many games shooting like that from 3.
Ball inside for Rocco Zakarski, and he's having his way here early on.
He's got half of Iowa points with a half dozen now.
17-12 is the lead for the Vipers. Here's Newton out front, bounce pass along the baseline. Smith gets it back from Crawford. Bounce pass inside for Crawford, and boy, some contact, no call, and a block shot for Zakarski. And here's Jules Bernard on the attack, and that's going to be a foul.
He got the wrist.
John Knight, the third, picks up his first personal.
He was real close to getting that ball, but that hand ended up on that wrist, and Jules Bernard will go to the line for one for two.
Yeah, you saw the contact there. So Jules Bernard will shoot 1 for 2 here. And Martez Brown will check into the ball game. False alarm. He'll check in at the next dead ball. So Bernard at the line, down 5. And the free throw for Jules is up and good. Bernard now with 6 here in the first quarter. He and Zakarski have combined for 12 of the 14 here for Iowa. Davison with it out front. Gets the ball screen. And what do we got? Defensive 3 seconds on Zakarski.
So a one-shot technical for.
I think I'd have to see it again. He thought he was close enough to the player he was defending. So Tristan Newton at the line misses the free throw. You don't see a ton of missed free throws by Newton.
Yep. Big game for Iowa tonight and tomorrow night, because tomorrow night the leaders in the Western Division, Mexico City Capitanes, will be in here. A couple wins by Iowa, John. Next thing they're knowing, they're a game out of first from being an 8th just a couple games ago. So,
well, you saw in the replay, Rocco made it an intentional step out of the lane to avoid the 3 seconds, and then about a second later was called for it. Here's a 3 from the wing, no good. Offensive rebound and a block from behind by Martez Brown.
Yeah, good hands by Martez.
Here's Bernard in transition. Jules. Now it's Enrique Freeman. Bernard gets it back. He'll fire the 3 ball. Good.
Kind of lost his grip for a second. The defender kind of stood there and watched him re-grip, and he says, okay, stand there, watch this. 3 ball coming.
So a little 7-0 spurt here by Iowa, and we're tied at 17.
Bernard has 9 now.
Davison picks up the dribble. Now Abugadi will try another 3, and they might want to guard that guy.
Yeah, I think I would too. He's got 11, 3 threes now for Abugadi, and they're just lighting it up from behind the arc, and that's been the majority of the offense so far. 6 made threes here in the opening quarter.
Here's Bernard with it. Martez catches in the paint.
Good hands by Tristan Newton again.
Newton takes it away, and the pass up ahead, and Smith lays it up and in.
Newton with a couple of steals and kind of affected a couple of others in this game so far. Been really active, the former Iowa Wolf.
Bernard up for Enrique Freeman, off the glass and in.
I like how Enrique, good job. A lot of guys will pull that ball down. Enrique kept the ball above his shoulders and put it off the glass in one motion.
And here's a runner in the lane. Shot is up and good. Tough shot by J.D. Davidson.
He has 8 now. Davidson has 8. Abugadi has 11 for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers.
And Freeman has it knocked away. Davison with some really good defense along the baseline. And Smith with another easy lay-in.
Yeah, a good timeout here because Rio Grande is just causing havoc, and they're getting easy points because of it.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 4:59 to go here in the first. 26-19. The Vipers lead the Wolves. More Wolves basketball after the break. Now back here live at the Casey Center in Des Moines. 4:59 to go here in the first. 20, well, we got the wrong score on the scores report. It's 26-19. The Rio Grande Valley Vipers in front by 7 over the Iowa Wolves.
And 2 players in double figures with 21 of their points, and that is Effie Bugatti and J.D. Davidson, 11 and 10 points apiece. For Iowa, they're led by Jules Bernard with 9. He's 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, and he's hit both of his free throws for 4 points. And Rocco Zakarski with 6 points to lead Iowa. Iowa's shooting 63.5% from the field. Rio Grande 64, but they're shooting 77 from 3, 7 of 9. Iowa 1 of 2 from 3, and they've had 3 steals, and Iowa's also had 3 turnovers, and they've made Iowa pay for everything on those fast break points. 3-0 is all it shows. I think it's more than that.
So Caleb McConnell has checked in along with Steve Mitchell. Here's Nate Santos, who's checked in for Iowa off the bench. Freeman looks to drive it. Freeman in the lane, lays it up, no good. Back tap out for Smith. Smith into the front court, gets to the rim, lays it up, no good, and Santos comes away with the rebound.
Smith did everything right but finished that time. Good offensive, strong move by Smith, but just couldn't finish at the rim.
Here's Crutcher in the paint, gets a bucket and a foul.
And now Crawford has a second foul. I believe that was on Crawford.
I thought they gave it to McConnell.
Maybe not.
I think there was some confusion there. They don't have the second foul up on the...
They didn't give one to McConnell yet either, so I'm not sure.
Well, we'll keep an eye out, see where that foul lands, but Crawford certainly wants to stay out of foul trouble. Avoided his second on the review. And we still haven't got confirmation on the foul. We'll give it to you when we do. Ball screen out front, tipped away, and the lob up top.
Oh,
Here's
nice.
No-Gel Eastern, and Eastern flushes it through.
That's because of Martez Brown. He knew he wasn't going to get the ball cleanly. He just tapped it away from the defender right by him and right into Eastern's hand for an easy 2. She get the assist on that one.
Up top, it's Davidson. His 3 on the way. That one front rim, no good. Crutcher with the long rebound. Bounce pass inside and knocked away. Smith the last to touch it for the Vipers, so it'll be Iowa basketball along the baseline.
A lot of action here in this opening quarter so far. 26-24 lead for the Vipers. They've led since the beginning. No lead changes and no ties.
Santos back iron off, no good from 3. Here come the Vipers the other way. Smith through the lane into the corner. McConnell on the drive. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Got his elbow into the face of Crutcher there on that Euro move. Crutcher might have got a bloody lip out of that deal.
And they're only showing McConnell for his first foul there. They still haven't showed who that foul was on. I thought it was Crawford. You thought it was McConnell, but both still sitting there with one, and that's what they have. That's officially what they have right now. The first one by McConnell there, and Crawford had been whistled for one earlier.
Here's the 3 ball by No-Gel Eastern. He's got 5 off the bench for Iowa.
Iowa gets their first lead of the ball game, trailed by as many as 10, and now Iowa on top.
Multiple 7 or 8-0 runs here for both teams. Through the lane, shot up, no good, but a foul called. And that's going to be Eastern picking up the personal for Iowa. So still 2:58 to go here in the first. It's going to be... going to be Davidson heading to the free throw line here.
Bernard and Zakarski checking back in for Iowa. Freeman checks out along with Crutcher for Iowa. Getting ready for another substitution. One of the few that they're going to have, Eric Ayala, getting set to check in for the Vipers.
And the free throw for Davidson up and good. So the Vipers back in front by 1, 28-27. Ayala will wait at the scorer's table for the next dead ball. Eastern looks inside for Zakarski. Rocco rooted out of there. Now back up top for Bernard. Jules Bernard. And that's a foul on Tristan Newton. So Newton got caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. He'll pick up his first personal foul.
And Ayala's in and Davison's out now for the Vipers. And Rio Grande came in at 9-5 on the year here in the regular season. It's 4 winners of 4 straight. Iowa at 8-6. Trying to even up this 5-game homestand at 2-2 with a win tonight. And then tomorrow they have Mexico City coming to town, the league leaders.
Well, Bernard had 11 in the first quarter of the last game. He's got 11 in the first quarter of this one. Here's Tristan Newton. Shot up and good. And Eastern, I think, is going to pick up the foul.
Kind of a bad foul by Eastern. He got there late. That shot was really mostly gone already when he kind of ran it through the back of Newton. So he'll get the and one here. But the shot was, well, that's not the play right there. But that shot was off almost out of the hand of Newton. And
well, we've seen Tristan Newton live around that free throw line. That mid-range game of his is so tough to guard.
Yeah, what do you think? He averaged around 25, 30 points a game every game we saw here at the Casey Center with the Iowa Wolves. He was a consistent scorer, that's for sure.
Well, he can get it in bunches, too.
Yeah.
Here's Bernard for Santos.
Oh,
Inside
nice.
Martez Brown, reverse layup, good.
Nice.
Good vision there by Santos.
Yeah, nice baseline cut by Brown to make himself available. Nobody saw it on the back door.
We are tied at 31. Tristan Newton stops, 3-ball up and good. Newton's starting to heat up here a little bit.
Hard to cheer against him since we know him so well, but it's still hard to cheer for him.
Here's Zakarski into the corner. Eastern for 3, good.
Yeah.
Nodell with 8 off the bench, 2 from distance.
Well, the crowd, I have one question for the crowd. Are you entertained? So far you have to be. It's been a really, well, up and down game between the two teams.
Tristan Newton, that's a layup for him. A little 16-foot wide open mid-range shot from the wing.
So Newton joins the double-digit club with Rio Grande Valley with his 11th point. And now we got a whistle.
And it's going to be Ayala. There we go. 88, Ayala picks up the personal foul. Well, you come in cold off the bench and your first time down, you got to stay in front of Jules Bernard. Good luck.
Yeah. Jules looking for points number 12 and 13 with this free throw. He's already hit 2 free throws for 4 points.
So Bernard off the mark with that free throw. Ooh, nearly a baseline violation there as Abugadi picked up the rebound. There's McConnell, right side for Ayala. He'll fire the 3, left open. That's no good, but McConnell there for the rebound. Santos gets on it, picks up the loose ball. Nate in transition through the paint, lays it up and in.
Santos said, I got one thing in mind. I'm going coast to coast with this puppy.
And that ties it back at 36. Eastern. Guards Tristan Newton, his former teammate. Newton leans in, off the glass and in. Like I said, he loves that mid-range game. He's got so many different ways to score.
And he's got a little bit of an advantage. He's played against him in practice quite a bit. Knows the routine.
And here's the back. Wow, step back 3 by Jules Bernard and have yourself a quarter.
Yeah.
He's got 14 here in the first.
Newton has 13. Bernard says, I got one better.
Here's Newton out front. About a 10-second differential game and shot clock. McConnell defended by the 7-3 Zakarski. Now Tristan gets into the body of Bernard, shot off the mark. 6 on the game clock here. Santos is going to have to get a shot off. He gets into the paint and can't get it to go. Left-hand leaner just falls off the front of the rim. And that's the end of the first quarter. High-scoring first quarter for both clubs. 39-38. The Wolves lead the Vipers here at the Casey Center. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Well, one quarter in the books here at the KC Center in Des Moines. Iowa Wolves hosting the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. Tomorrow night it's Mexico City in town, assuming they can get here, based off all the air travel that's been rescheduled or canceled and moved around. But hope to see Mexico City here. I think we will tomorrow at 6:30 tip-off here at KC Center. But right now Iowa leads by 1, 39-38 after one quarter.
Welcome everybody watching on NBAGleague.com. Iowa led in the first quarter by Jules Bernard with 14 on the under end. Former Iowa Wolf Tristan Newton for Rio Grande Valley with 13 points, and Effie Abugidi with 11 points. Abugidi, that's what I meant. Abugidi. I had myself
confused.
Just think
Darryl Waltrip.
Boogity. So Iowa ball, and again there was 5 lead changes and 4 ties, but the Vipers started out controlling things, led by as many as 8. Iowa's only led by 1 on the 4 lead changes.
Harris has checked in for Iowa. Bounce pass for Zakarski, and that's where he struggles when the ball gets down below his knees. People are just taking it away. Here's Mitchell. Back pass for Newton, 3 on the way, front rim no good.
Yeah, Stephen Mitchell checking into the game. Yeah, I mean, he's been in the game for a little bit, but
Rocco with his 5th rebound, pass inside for Zakarski, and boy, it looked like a foul there, but Zakarski lays it in anyway.
Rocco with 8 points now. He also has a handful of rebounds for the Iowa Wolves, leading the way there.
Here's McConnell into the paint, kicks it to the corner. Ayala for 3, no good, and Rocco with another rebound. Ingram, who's checked in for Iowa, brings it down the left side. Now Zakarski gives it off for Harris. Rocco double teamed, fires to the opposite corner. 3 on the way, in and out, no good there by Freeman. And now Newton back the other way. Abugidi, he's been perfect from 3. This one off the mark, no good. And that ball caroms out of bounds.
Yeah, Rio Grande started out 6 of 7 from 3. They're now 7 of 14 from 3, while Iowa only taken 6 but made 4 of them, so they've made theirs count in this one.
Harris, Zakarski, and Zakarski fouled. Stevie Mitchell picks up the personal and just struggling to match up. You've got Enrique Freeman out there at 6'8", and Zakarski at 7'3", and you see a lot of passes into the middle of the paint and around the rim.
Yeah, again, Rio Grande Valley with just 8 active players for the game. Mitchell, McConnell, and Ayala, the guys off the bench. They cannot get in any kind of foul trouble. It'll get really thin if that happens. So they have to start the game with the exact amount they needed to start a game. They were struggling to get 2 of the players here on time.
Ingram defends Newton. Newton gets into the paint and just gets that little bit of contact to give him enough space to get the shot off.
I mean, that's one thing Newton never shied from. He didn't mind a little contact, and he'd separate out of it. 15 now for Tristan.
Bernard fires the 3, and it's up and good.
Well, remember he had that first quarter last game, and then he kind of went quiet until that 4th quarter, and then went off again. Ended up with, what, 29 or 30 points.
Into the corner, it's Mitchell. Mitchell looks to drive it, opposite wing for Abugidi. Mitchell gets it back, fires the 3 ball from the wing, and it's good.
Mitchell's first bucket of the ball game.
Pretty good rotation defensively by Iowa, but Mitchell hits one with a shot, or a guy in his face.
Breaking ankles, and then he ended up...
And broke his own ankle.
Yeah.
Bernard, the move was so quick he lost his footing.
Yep, he had Mitchell on the floor, and then he went to the floor. I'm not sure if there was any kind of just accidental foot contact, but it wasn't intentional for out, so I think that might have been where he kind of slipped.
We're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll step away. 9:23 to go here in the quarter. 46-43, the Wolves lead the Vipers. More Wolves basketball right after this break. was the reason for the early timeout. 9:23 to go here in the second. Iowa leads it by 3, 46-43. And they were challenging the out-of-bounds call. Coach Abdel Fattah thought possibly a foul, so they were reviewing that. We're awaiting the result of that review.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on that drive where he broke the ankle of the defender that time, but I thought they clipped feet, but I wasn't clear. I mean, it was a cross court and at a bad angle.
So there was a defensive foul, so Iowa wins the challenge.
Yeah, I thought he clipped feet, and I couldn't tell for sure because of the angle, but that's exactly what happened. So they're now calling it a foul, and I think that's on Mitchell, but let's see, right there, and that's what started him in that motion of losing his balance. So
Mitchell picks up his second foul. McConnell also with 2, Ayala 1, and Tristan Newton has 1. So no real foul trouble to speak of. But
nope. 19 on the shot clock now when that play stops, so it'll be Iowa ball with trying to extend a 3-point lead. Their biggest lead of the game has been 6. The Vipers led by 8 early.
Bernard finds Freeman in the middle of that zone. Freeman just lobs one up off the front of the rim. No good. Tip follow won't go. And the ball tapped out. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. Here's Ingram. Ingram looks to drive it. Crossover dribble. Back for Martez Brown. 5 on the shot clock. Harris drives baseline. Harris in the lane is... Oh, what a tip there. Enrique Freeman on the outlet pass got a hand on it. Just went up and over the front of the rim and in. Wow.
Well, they were arguing about the no call. Oh, that was an extra step.
And nearly a backcourt violation, but great hustle by Abugidi. And Smith at the front of the rim. Harris stepped in to draw the charge. Smith tried to avoid him and ends up missing the shot. Harris will fire the 3. That's front rim, no good. Good battle by Freeman for the rebound, but Abugidi tips it away to a teammate. Now it's Crawford off a tough shot, gets it off the window and in.
Yeah, great defense by Martez Brown. Just couldn't get off his feet to go up after the shot, but he maintained his position. Crawford, what good body control too to get that off. Oh boy.
Smith got his hand in the passing lane, gets the steal. And Harris with the, oh wow, that's, that was a clean steal there.
Harris wants to review.
Here you'll see it. He throws his body into Harris.
Boy,
wow.
Yeah, that's a steal. That's a steal.
I think they'll let that go because it's a side out and it doesn't lead right to a basket.
Yeah, Davidson.
They've already used one challenge.
Crutcher in, Harris out now.
I thought Harris had a clean steal there.
Yeah, it was clean.
So John Knight III will inbound here for the Vipers, trailing 3, 48-45. Iowa's largest lead has been 3, I believe. Nice spin move in the paint. A bucket and a foul by Martez Brown. J.D. Davidson with the basket.
J.D. got a little talk to him. Kind of looked at Martez, said, how you like that? Now the and one coming as he's going. He has 11 points now.
Well, he got a talking to after the basket by the officials, so I think one more of those and you might see a T on Davidson.
Yeah, I caught that a little bit, but Rio Grande Valley, guess where they get to go, John? To the land of a foot of snow, Oklahoma City.
Oof. After
tonight. They'll play that one on the 1st, though. So they have some time.
Well, we're tied at 48. A lot of lead changes, a lot of ties here. Here's Crutcher for 3 from the wing, no good. Tristan Newton looks to attack, takes it away. Freeman with the steal. Enrique fires from distance, no good. And run down by Dante Ingram. Bernard, 3, no good.
Oh, what
Freeman had his hand on it, and John Smith III comes away with it. And a wild shot off the rim. Oh. Look at that finish there by Abugidi. Over everybody for the dunk follow.
He timed that one perfectly. Abugidi now to double figures with 11.
Freeman inside off the glass, easy bucket. Jules Bernard with another assist.
Both teams have been inconsistent, but both teams have really gotten after it, John. There's been some
And a shot up and good, and a foul. Crawford got a kind of a garbage bucket inside.
Yeah, Ingram picking up the personal.
The ball was kind of loose, and Crawford with those strong hands able to secure it and laid it in, sort of reverse layup style.
Santos in for Ingram.
Ingram just kind of wrong place, wrong time there.
The RGV at Oklahoma City Blue. That won't be until the 1st, and back home on the 4th and 7th with the Valley Sun on the 4th and the Austin Spurs on the 7th. Some upcoming home games for Rio Grande Valley. We'll get you to Iowa in a moment.
Crutcher, top of the key. Left side for Santos. Crutcher now looks to drive it. Crutcher in the paint. Back pass for Bernard. Jules turns the corner into the paint. Lays it up with the left hand. A little too strong, no good. Here's a Boogity on a run out, and a Boogity flushes it through.
Boy, that was a quick step, wasn't it, John?
Yeah.
I mean, wow. How do you stop that?
He's been impressive.
Boogity now
knocking down threes and finishing at the rim. Crutcher, top of the key. Crutcher off the glass and in, goes right back at a Boogity. Able to get the bucket.
Been a fun first half here so far. Both teams. Oh,
Newton loses the handle.
Oh boy, Crutcher got away with one there. There's a little body contact on the upper side, but nothing called. Now,
we're gonna have a foul call.
Davidson's gonna pick it up. It looks like it'll be his first.
It's hard to see. Let's see on the replay. Yeah, boy, I don't know. That looks pretty clean to me.
So 21 on the shot clock, they're saying, on the personal foul there. And now Iowa just gives it right back, and there's going to be a foul on Enrique Freeman. Little bumper cars there with Newton.
You know Newton's coming into your body. You just pull the chair out there and he falls down.
That's true.
At best, he's completely off balance, throwing up a prayer, but easier said than done running full speed defending Tristan Newton.
But we've seen this game before right here many times at home when he was at the Iowa Wolves. Already 15 points. This free throw would give him 17 in the first half.
And the shot up and good.
Again, Iowa stays home with Mexico City tomorrow night, and then on the road on the 30th and 31st with Santa Cruz, and on the 3rd with Stockton before coming home on February 7th, I should say. And now a nice hands job there by Davison again on the steal.
Martez picks up the personal foul.
I tell you what, this Rio Grande team so far in this first half, John, you got to pay attention because they are coming with their hands, and they're doing a really good job of causing havoc, getting that ball knocked loose. A number of times they've done that, sneaking from behind, double teaming. Zakarski and Eastern check back in now for Iowa. And Brown and Freeman will check out.
So, Efe Abugidi at the line. You see 13 points, 4 rebounds. Chance to make it 15 points here at the line. That shot off the mark, no good. And they say last touch by Iowa.
It looked like Newton knocked it off of Rocco Zakarski's hand.
They're going to adjust the clock here. You see the replay here, and might have been Rocco that touched that last.
Not worth challenging.
No, I think it was Tristan that might have hit that last, but pretty tough bang call. Not one you want to use your last challenge on.
And then Tristan lost the inbounds trying to get in and just dropped it right into Rocco's hand.
Well, ball don't lie, I guess.
No, there's been a few of those tonight.
No gel on the wing. That's way off the mark. You could see that out of his hand. He's knocked down a couple. Now here's Smith. Circles back. Crawford going to go to work. Going to go at Rocco. Crawford inside and off the window and in. Rocco kind of turned his back to the shooter.
Cardinal sin by Rocco right there. Turning your back, and shooter had every way to figure out how he was going to put that one up on him.
Santos, Crutcher now. And that, oh wow, how is that not a foul? And Abugidi hammers it through. And a timeout on the floor.
Ooh. And the biggest lead of the game right now for Rio Grande at 9.
Yep, 4:41 to go here in the first half. 61-52. The Vipers lead the Wolves. More Wolves basketball after this break. Now back here at the KC Center, 4:41 to go in the first, 61-52. First half, that is, 61-52. The Vipers leading the Iowa Wolves. Quick correction. I've been saying John Smith III. It's John Knight III. I don't know where Smith came from, so my apologies there. But it's John Knight III, one of the starters for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, wearing number 5. But Tony, you got some numbers here so far in the first half.
Yeah, Rio Grande has 4 players in double figures. Of course, they only have 8 players anyway, so these 5 starters for sure are getting plenty of the minutes tonight if they can stay out of foul trouble. Tristan Newton with 17, Effie Abugade with 15, 12 for J.D. Davison, and 10 for Isaiah Crawford. For Iowa, they're led by Jules Bernard with 17 points, while Rocco Zakarski has 10, and off the bench, Nogel Eastern with 8. Biggest lead of the game is right now by the Vipers at 9. Iowa led by 6. There have been 6 lead changes and just as many ties in this first half.
Zakarski catches it 25 feet away from the basket. Gives it off for Bernard. Jules looks to attack in the paint. No. Well, that was a pass. I thought it was a rough shot by Bernard, but he got the double team and left Rocco all alone at the front of the rim. So another assist by Jules Bernard.
He might have a double-double by halftime. He's got 6 assists already.
Cross-court pass, no, and what a rebound there by Bernard. Now Iowa in transition through the lane, has it poked away. Tried to split the defense, and the layup on the other end is good by J.D. Davidson.
And he has 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's done a little bit of everything.
Got to have a couple steals as well.
Yes,
There's
sir.
Santos fires it over to Zakarski, the only guy in the gym that could have caught that pass. Rocco through the lane, has it poked away.
Great hands by this Vipers team.
And Newton has the favor returned on the other end by Nogel Eastern. Crutcher's 3, got it to go.
Boy, I thought it was going to rattle out. It found its way in there. Iowa needed that one.
Newton into the paint. Davidson turns, gets into the body of Santos. Now Crawford is going to go to work on Zakarski. Gets a hand up, 3 on the way. No good, and Eastern with the rebound. Outlets for Crutcher. Jalen into the paint. Comes back out, finds Bernard. Jules goes to work. Off to Jalen Crutcher. Crutcher up to Zakarski, flushes it through.
Nice 2-man game there. Zakarski now with 14 points. Crutcher with the big assist, and Iowa back to within 4 after being down 9 after the timeout.
63-59 Vipers. Still 2.5 to play. Davidson, bounce pass. Knight in the lane, shot no good.
He played better when he was Smith.
Here's Crutcher and another a late whistle.
I think it's going to be called on McConnell.
And they're going to get McConnell, like you said.
His 3rd foul.
And that's going to be team foul number 5, so that'll be free throws for Jalen Crutcher. Chance for Iowa to draw within 2.
And hope everybody's enjoying this game tonight from the KC Center in Des Moines, Iowa, between the Iowa Wolves against the Rio Grande Valley Vipers on NBAGleague.com. Chilly outside, but some pretty warm basketball here inside. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field.
Crutcher misses the free throw. And here comes the Vipers the other way, and that's going to be Knight stepping on the sideline. Enrique Freeman's a little late to the scorer's table, so Iowa will have to wait for him to check in. Bernard, Jules into the paint. Bernard with the right hand off the glass and in.
That's a tough guard. I mean, well, the defense was absolutely outstanding there. Bernard just knew how to seal him off.
The scouting report is forced Jules right, but they forced him right there, and he just finished with ease. And Crawford undefended at the front of the rim with an easy bucket. So the lead back to 4 for Rio Grande Valley.
Crawford has a dozen points and a half dozen assists here for Rio Grande Valley now.
Floater in the lane, no good. Tapped out and ran down by Davison. Here's JD in the open floor. Goes right at Eastern, off the glass. Won't go. Tip follow, no. Davison with it. And hangs in the air off the glass. That one doesn't fall.
Wow, 3 short.
4 on 3 the other way.
Oh.
And well done there by McConnell to get a hand on it.
Freeman going to check in now with the dead ball, and Jules Bernard looks like he's gassed. He's going to take a break, and Harris also checking in. Iowa's going to get really small. Harris in, Zakarski out.
Well, it's small on small. I mean, there's nobody over 6'8" on the floor right now for either team. Crutcher, long pass for Eastern up top. Left side for Harris. Harris through the lane. Crutcher drives it baseline. Up top for Harris. Harris into the paint. Floater, no good. Freeman.
What a rebound.
Freeman misses, and a foul on the way up, and it's going to be 27 Crawford.
That was some claws on Enrique to grab that initial rebound. Look at that. Between a double team, arms everywhere, and he's able to pull it down. Short arm that one with a triple team on him, and is still able to get the rebound back for the foul.
And we got a boogity coming in for Crawford.
Crawford picking up his second personal. McConnell has 3 already, and again, Rio Grande Valley Vipers playing with only 8 tonight active on the roster.
So Freeman at the line to shoot, 1 for 2, and the free throw up and good. Iowa back to within 2. Little pressure applied in the backcourt here. Davison has it around midcourt, and they'll double that. Nearly comes away with a tip ball, but Newton, step back 3 on the way, off the glass and in.
And he points over to the Iowa bench.
With a smile.
And they're laughing.
No gel, floater, blocking foul.
It's going to be on Tristan Newton.
And the bench players having some fun with Tristan. And a timeout called, and they're going to challenge, and boy, that looked like a charge. Or keep it here. We've used both media timeouts.
Again, Rio Grande Valley will hit the road again after tonight with Iowa here. They'll play until February 1st, when they'll take on Oklahoma City, so they got some time to get back depending on the travel situation. Iowa stays home tomorrow night. Mexico City right back here at the Casey Center before they hit the road for 3 games, John. And these are big 2 games for Iowa, because Rio Grande came in a half a game out of second at 9-5 and a game and a half out of first behind Mexico City. And Iowa sitting at 8-6, just a game behind them in 7th place. Iowa wins tonight against Rio Grande. They find themselves right up there in that 3-2 spot area, and then they beat Mexico City, and now you're talking about the 1-2 spot at the top of the Western Conference before they hit the road.
Well, they took a look as a pretty quick review, and by the looks of things, I thought Tristan Newton had his feet set and drew the charge. But we'll find out momentarily here as the officials. It is going to be an offensive foul. Yeah, an offensive foul on
no gel, wasn't it?
No gel Eastern. Yeah. That's going to be his 3rd, I believe.
Yeah. Eastern with 10 points, picking up that foul now, and then take that foul off of Tristan Newton.
Here you see Eastern on the drive, and Newton will come into your picture right there.
And he's already there waiting. So
feet set. I believe that's the second challenge, isn't it, by Rio Grande Valley?
Yes.
They challenged the foul call on Crawford earlier.
Right.
So they're out of challenges here in the first half.
25.7 seconds. Iowa trails by 5. Again, the Vipers led by 9, as many as 9. Iowa led by as many as 6. And that number 6 is the magic number for the lead changes and ties in this first half between the Wolves and the Vipers. Bernard with 19. Tristan Newton leading the way with Rio Grande with 20 first half points.
So here comes RGV back with a 5-point lead. Davidson with the catch. Into the corner it goes for a Boogedy. Good ball movement, and here's, oh wow, Knight flushes one through.
Iowa has plenty of time here to get a shot off.
And Eastern. Oh, shot doesn't go, and a heave at the buzzer. And RGV closes out the quarter. And they lead by 7 here at the break. RGV 70, the Iowa Wolves 63. We'll head to the break. More Wolves basketball right after this.
Wow.
Now back here live at the KC Center, halftime between the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, the visiting Vipers taking on the Iowa Wolves. And it's been back and forth, Tony. We've had 6 lead changes. We've been tied 6 times, but Vipers kind of closed out the quarter, and they take a 7-point lead to the halftime break, 70-63.
Yeah, and led by a former Iowa Wolf, now Rio Grande Valley Viper. That's Tristan Newton with 20 points in the first half. He also has 4 rebounds and 3 assists. The 3 other players join Tristan in double figures. F.A. Abugadi with 15 points, 14 for J.D. Davidson. He also has 7 rebounds in the ball game and 12 points and 6 assists for Isaiah Crawford in the first half. 2 guys in foul trouble, but they both come off the bench. Stephen Mitchell and Caleb McConnell with 3 fouls apiece. For Iowa, they're led by Jules Bernard with his 19. Rocco Zakarski with 8 rebounds to go with his 14 points. And then Jalen Crutcher and Nogel Eastern each with 8 apiece, along with Enrique Freeman. 7 assists in the first half also by Jules Bernard and 8 rebounds by Zakarski, as we said. Again, the biggest lead's been 9 by the Vipers. Iowa led by 6. But right now it's the Vipers who shot 52% from the field in the first half. But after that 6 of 7 start from 3, they ended up 3 of, 14, so 43% from 3. More normal numbers, still good in the first half. While Iowa shot 52%, 23 of 44, and right the same, 6 of 14, 43% from 3.
Yeah, I mean, really, the shooting percentages are pretty even. Well, very even, right at 52% really for both teams. 9 made threes, like you said, for Rio Grande Valley, just 6 made threes for Iowa. Rebounding, pretty even. Iowa with 21 total rebounds, 25 total for RGV. But second chance points, a 4-3 advantage for the Vipers. But, you know, both teams turned it over 9 times. So a lot of identical numbers there. But, you know, at the line, free throw points, 7. Iowa with 11. So not a lot separates these teams. That's why we've had 6 lead changes and 6 ties.
The biggest difference really is 6 points on the fast break points, and that's because of the turnovers Iowa made. The Vipers made Iowa pay more than Iowa made the Vipers pay on their turnovers.
Well, and 27 made baskets in total for the Vipers and just 23 for Iowa. And that's basically your difference in the ball game. But one thing to note, Alize Johnson, the reigning G League Player of the Week, has only played 4 minutes and 7 seconds. So I got to think there was an injury in his first 4 minutes and change, because we didn't see him after early on in that first quarter.
You know what? I didn't even almost forgot. We're watching this game and the activity in this game, and you're right. Unless he got sick with all that stuff going along, and all of a sudden you can have that bug and gone you go. So
well, it didn't seem like
he was fine pregame. But
I got to think I'd lean more towards an injury than an illness. Perhaps a coach's decision, but I can't imagine Alize wouldn't be used in this game if he was ready to go and healthy. So we'll try and get an update on Alize here at the halftime break. But right now we'll take a break here at the KC Center. It's the Vipers 70, the Wolves 63. We'll have more Wolves basketball right after this break. Now back here at the Casey Center in Des Moines, Iowa. John McDermott alongside Tony Etsetti. We're at the half. Rio Grande Valley, the Vipers leading the Iowa Wolves 70-63. Tristan Newton leading all scorers for the Vipers, a former Iowa Wolf. Earlier this season, in fact, Houston signed Tristan Newton to a two-way contract. That moved him over to Rio Grande Valley. He's got 20 to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And for the Iowa Wolves, they are paced by Jules Bernard, 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. So Jules Bernard continues his blistering pace as he's led Iowa in scoring in, I think, 3 of the last 5 games. Him and Alize Johnson kind of sharing the scoring leadership duties. But we didn't see Alize Johnson from more than a little over 4 minutes in that first half. And based off what we've been told, that was a coach's decision. And we'll see if he's back on the floor here in the second half. Certainly something to keep an eye on, as he's a guy that Iowa could use in this one, trailing 7 at the half, Tony.
He's over there riding on the bike. We'll see. As we came into tonight's game, Mexico City led the Western Conference with a 12-4 record. Stockton was 9-4, Rio Grande Valley 9-5. And you go right down, Iowa in 7th at 8-6. So, I mean, it's a tight mess is what it is. But Iowa coming in at 8-6, needs this win tonight. They could end up tied with Rio Grande Valley at 9-6. It's put them right there in the top half, barely. And then tomorrow night, Mexico City comes to town. You pull that one off, and all of a sudden you're looking about a half a game out of first place before you hit that road for 3 games. You want to take care of this home court, which we didn't for the first 2 games when we lost to Long Island in tough nights, 124-115 and 108-106. But bounce back with the Memphis victory. Now tonight we're trying to bounce back, but Rio Grande, very active hands, Johns, but defensively just been outstanding.
Yeah, their wing and their backcourt players, really everybody on the floor, really good hands defensively on and off the ball. They've come away with a lot of deflections, steals, 9 turnovers for the Wolves. But their defense has been impressive at times in this one. They came in with a depleted roster. They've got 6 of the guys on the roster crossed off for tonight's game, only 8 guys in uniform. But they do have their 3 two-way contract guys in uniform. So, you know, some of those bench guys obviously not available. And a former Iowa Wolf, Deshaun Nix, who started with the G League Ignite, was an Iowa Wolf for a time. And now with the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, he's out with an injury. So, you know, the Vipers a little short-staffed tonight, but they're getting it done here so far against the Wolves.
Yeah, no doubt. And, of course, Iowa's still without Zion Pullen, who is an outstanding player. And we're hoping to get him back. Maybe we'll see him back by the time they get back home. I think when Iowa comes back home on February 7th with Maine, but right now still out of the lineup.
Well, we've got a little over 3 minutes to go before we get back to action here in the third quarter at the Casey Center. We'll take our final break at the half. It's the Vipers 70, the Iowa Wolves 63. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Now back here for the start of the third quarter at the Casey Center in Des Moines, 70-63. The Vipers lead the Iowa Wolves as we get set to come out of the halftime break. It'll be Zakarski, Crutcher, Freeman, Alizé Johnson, and Jules Bernard, the starting five for Iowa. We'll give you the starting five for the Vipers here momentarily as we're back underway. Bernard has it on the left wing, inside for Alizé Johnson. And Johnson with a turnover on his first touch of the second half. And a little skip pass for Knight, top of the key. Crawford left open for three, no good. Zakarski with the rebound.
Zakarski needs another rebound to get the double-double going. He has his 9th rebound. Iowa struggling.
Crutcher, three ball up and good.
Well,
they doubled Zakarski top of the key, and that left Crutcher all alone on the right wing.
Crutcher's been kind of quiet lately, but we've seen he can get up there real quick. He's up to 11 points in this one, but he can get that 20-25 a game. Oh,
lob, and now we're going to have a. They're going to say the ball was in the cylinder, and they can't review it.
Yeah,
they're out of reviews. So no basket, and we play on Iowa basketball. Crutcher will try another three. Ball is up and good.
Well, there we say, Crutcher can shoot it. 2 open threes, right wing 3, left wing 3, and Iowa's within 1.
What a turn of events there. It looked like a nice alley-oop dunk play for Rio Grande Valley. They say the ball was inside the cylinder when Abugadi flushed it through. Back iron 3, no good. Alizé Johnson for the rebound. Iowa could take the lead here. Alizé down the right side. He's going to go to work. Backs down the defender. Inside, easy bucket. Went right at Davidson. And a quick timeout. How about that?
Wow.
Iowa with a great start here to the third quarter.
8-0 run.
We'll take the timeout. 10:30 to go here in the third. 71-70. The Wolves lead the Vipers. More Wolves basketball after the break. Yeah, back here live at the Casey Center. Got caught up watching the chicken dance here at the half. Full disclosure, I got my nephew out there whipping chickens around.
Okay.
It's going to be a tight finish here. Let's see.
They don't even have him in the picture there. He's got the stocking cap over there.
Oh, you got to love the in-game entertainment here at the Casey Center. 71-70, Iowa with an 8-0 start and a quick timeout by Rio Grande Valley. And just a minute and a half into this one, Tony, Alizé Johnson, he got a pretty easy bucket there. We'll see if he gets some more post touches defended by Davidson on that last possession.
Well, Jalen Crutcher's the one that started this 8-0 run with 2 threes, one from the right, one from the left wing. He's up to 14 points on 3 of 5 shooting from 3. Iowa right now 8 of 16, 50% from 3, while Rio Grande Valley at 9 of 23 for 39% from 3.
Well, Rio Grande Valley back into the front court here with Davidson. Around a screen, Davidson runs into trouble, and I think Rocco the last to touch it. So it'll stay with RGV, 11 on the shot clock.
Good collapse of the defense, though. Good help defense that time by Iowa, causing a lot of traffic issues as Rio Grande Valley is trying to break them down from the top of the circle into the paint.
Well, Davidson will trigger in. And in it goes. A boogity right back to Davidson.
I wonder if they know the shot clock's at.
Yeah, he knows. And the floater off the glass is in.
Davidson now 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists for Rio Grande Valley, who's back on top. That's the 8th lead change here in this one.
Skip pass into the corner Freeman, another skip for Bernard. His three on the way, and it's good.
And make it a 9th lead change here in the last minute.
Boy, really good offense, good ball movement here so far by Iowa. Davison, dribble entry to the right wing. 2 ball screens set. He gets to the free throw line. Has it poked away, able to regather. Now it's Tristan Newton. Defended by Alize Johnson. Kicks it to the wing. Abugidi lost it on the way up. And Alize Johnson, that's got to be a take foul, and it is.
Well, it happened. Freeman was getting ready to block a Abugidi shot, and so he tried to throw it to anybody who could catch it. As he got to the corner, watch this, as Enrique and Abugidi saw him coming, and he goes, oh boy, I ain't getting this one blocked. I'm going to throw it to somebody, but he threw it to an Iowa Wolf.
So Jalen Crutcher will shoot the technical free throw. And the shot up and good, and Iowa's lead is 3, and they'll have the basketball.
Crutcher with 7 points in this quarter alone to ignite this quick start to the 3rd quarter for the Wolves. Again, Iowa coming in at 8-6, and Rio Grande Valley at 9-5. Rio Grande in 3rd, Iowa in 7th. That's how tight the race is in the Western Conference of the NBA G League.
Here's Crutcher on a bounce pass for Freeman, and he was fouled from behind. And that's going to be Davison picking up his 3rd personal. Well,
that's a second. Crawford has 3. Somebody else has 3. I forgot. Off the bench,
You're
they
right.
have a couple of threes.
That is his 2nd personal foul.
Yeah.
So Enrique Freeman at the line to shoot 1 for 2. And the free throw's up and good.
And so Freeman is in the double figures with 10 points now in the ball game.
Oh, 14-2 start here for Iowa in the 3rd quarter. The last game they had 47 in the 3rd quarter. See if they can continue that hot scoring in the 3rd. Here's a shot by Davidson.
Wow.
Really talented left-hand shot there.
Well, Zakarski was right there trying to fly swat that one, and Davidson now with 18 points.
Crutcher step back 3 won't go. Ball pinballs around and into the hands of Zakarski. He flips it up with the left hand and in.
Good hands by Zakarski, getting his 10th rebound and now 16 points.
I'll give credit to Freeman too, keeping it alive. Abugidi's 3 not there. Hit his first 3 threes of the game.
And Iowa's a chance to take their biggest lead of the game for them.
Alize 3 off the mark, no good. Here's Newton on the drive. Newton in the lane, in and out, won't go, and a nice save, but into the hands of Freeman. Yeah. Enrique into the front court for Iowa. Ooh. Bernard, 3 on the way from the wing. That's off the mark. And a steal. They're going to say a foul right before.
On Bernard, he's looking to see the chance. It's only his first if it is on Bernard. I don't think he wasted here. It's that's not a foul.
It's pretty minimal at best. Here's Davison around a screen. Back pass. Knight into the corner. Tristan Newton. Into the corner of Abugidi. Will try another 3. That one misses everything, and Freeman got a hand on the ball, but they say a foul first. They're going to say side out. They're going to shoot 1 for 2 here.
Are they saying side out or are they saying shooting? They're shooting. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a. Originally, I think one of the officials maybe said side out, but it was certainly a shooting foul for Crawford.
Again, we welcome everybody watching tonight on NBAGleague.com to the Iowa Wolves and Rio Grande Valley Vipers as they battle for the upper half of the division in the Western Conference. Rio Grande 9-5, Iowa 8-6 coming in.
Well, Isaiah Crawford knocks down the free throw. Lead back to 3 for Iowa. They'll swing it around. Alize Johnson left open for 3, and it's good.
Iowa matches their biggest lead of the game at 6.
Tristan Newton has it on the right wing, drives baseline, stops, floater, no, and the rebound for Zakarski. Alize Johnson in the attack mode. Left hand scoop shot is good.
Here he comes.
He wanted a foul there too, but no call. And the lead is 8 here for Iowa. Davison looks to drive at baseline. Zakarski. Oh, what a shot there.
Yeah, that's twice now he's gotten one over Zakarski, and Rocco's done everything he can.
That's good defense. Yeah. That's just really good offense by Davison. I like how he plays.
20 points and 9 rebounds.
For Rocco. What a catch. Fires to Crutcher. 3 no good. Zakarski keeps it alive. Into the hands of Enrique Freeman. Skip pass for Crutcher. Lobs it up. Zakarski. Two-hand flush.
He deserved that one. Crutcher got it to him. Rocco deserved it. He did a lot of work on both ends of the court here. And Iowa back up by 8.
Here's Davison spinning into the lane. Runs into trouble. Tristan Newton gives off a Boogiety's 3 on the way. He's cooled off a little bit, and we're going to have a hold. I think we're going to have Crutcher with the hold. And it's going to be team foul number 3.
Nate Santos is going to check in for Zakarski now. Getting good start to this third quarter from the Wolves. They lead by 8. That matches their biggest lead a couple times in this game, while the Vipers led by as many as 9 at one point in this game. 9 lead changes and 6 ties.
Coach Abdel Fattah always working the officials. Here's Crawford. Stops, shot up and good. Tough shot there by Crawford. Yeah. They're making some good shots. Iowa's playing pretty good half-court defense.
These teams are kind of mano-a-mano, but it's like a game of runs. One team gets a big 6-8-0 run, and the other team comes right back at it. And
Bernard, step back 3, got it. Wow. How do you cover that?
You don't. You don't.
And Jules has been knocking that down with consistency here the last 6-7 games.
And he's up to 25 points. And he's an assist away from a double-double as well.
Newton's 3-ball off the mark. And we're going to have a foul called. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Boogity had a lot of ball there.
He got a lot of ball, but he ran in the body before he got to the ball. And, I mean, Bernard was already there.
Well, let's see here. I mean, a little bit of contact, I guess. But
Boogity, that's only his first foul, though, so as active as he's been. Again, right now, Rio Grande Valley came in with only 8 active players on the roster, so foul trouble would really deplete this team. So far, they've been able to stay out of any major foul damage.
Crutcher into the paint, scoop shot good.
It's his third quarter.
Wow, he has played well.
I think it's 9 points here alone in the third quarter for Crutcher.
With a handful of assists as well.
Yep.
Doing exactly what the staff wants him to do. Here's Davison again off the glass and in.
He's good. 22 points, 9 rebounds.
And he picks up a cheap foul.
They're going to review this, or they're going to just call it?
And they might call it
transition review it.
Take. They're going to take a look. And that was certainly looked to be a pretty intentional foul there.
I think it's on Davidson. That'd be his third now, but they're going to take a timeout.
Yep, timeout. We'll step away. 5:22 to go here in the third. 91-82. Wolves lead the Vipers. More Wolves basketball right after this break. All right, back here live, 5:22 to go in the third. I guess officially that's not the second mandatory timeout, so we will have one more mandatory, but we'll keep it here during that final mandatory. So it's a common transition take foul, nothing to elevate it into a flagrant variety, but it will be a take foul, so a free throw by the Wolves and possession of the basketball, and it'll be the third personal foul on J.D. Davidson.
Yep. Again, Jules Bernard leads Iowa with 25 points. Rocco Zakarski, 18 points and a dozen rebounds already. 17 for Jalen Crutcher, and 9 of those here in this third quarter alone. Enrique Freeman with 10 and Alize Johnson with 9. For Rio Grande Valley, they're led by J.D. Davidson with 22 points. He also has 9 rebounds. 20 points for Tristan Newton, 16 for Isaiah Crawford, and 15 for F.A. Bugade.
So the explanation given to the Rio Grande Valley bench and the coaching staff have a little laugh. Remember, Coach Abdel Fattah was with the Vipers for a couple years, so very familiar with the personnel and the coaching staff. But they'll certainly take the free point at the line by Crutcher, who knocks it down. And he's up to 18 points, Tony.
Joseph Blair, the head coach of Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, they shared a chuckle after that one. So Iowa with the basketball and a 10-point lead. They were down 7 at the half. Here's a lob inside for Santos. Gives up the free throw, or the layup. Instead, it's Crutcher. And his 3, no good. Crutcher chasing Davidson from behind. Now Iowa resets. Davidson's going to back down Crutcher, and that shot doesn't go. And
couple of rebound. Sorry.
Jalen runs it down. Freeman through the lane. Won't go, gets his own rebound and lays it up and in.
Enrique's got a unique way of getting that to happen. When he misses, he's already ready for the putback every time.
He's quick off the floor
yes,
for that rebound. Nice pass. Tristan Newton now up top. Abugadi defended well by Freeman. Boy, that looked like he stayed vertical there, but a little bit of body.
Enrique's holding his arm straight up saying, thought I was straight, but
it's never as straight as you think, but boy, that's
at the worst. If it's not, I don't know if it's the arm contact or is it the body contact that they're going to call, because there was a little bit of lower body contact there. I don't think it was upper body that got that foul. We got substitutions coming. Stephen Mitchell checking in.
And John Knight, a.k.a. John Smith III. A quarter and a half, the guy had a different name because the play-by-play guy can't read.
Oh, don't worry about it. We've all been there.
Abugadi off the mark there, and Alize rips it down. Now it's Bernard into the front court. Jules into the paint, lays it in with the left hand.
Right now, Iowa's taking. It's another third quarter run by Iowa. They did it last game to put away the victory when they took on Memphis. It was tight through the first half, and then Iowa had the explosion in the third quarter. And much the same here this evening, John.
Well, Alize Johnson on a little hold on the ball screen there. Got a hold of Abugadi, so he will shoot a free throw. And that one's up and good.
Abugadi now with 17 points. He also has 6 rebounds in this game.
So 96-84, Iowa leads it. Here's Crutcher, and a foul with the bucket. Jalen Crutcher is having himself a third quarter.
Yes, he is. We know he was capable, and they gave him a couple open looks from 3. Now when he stands behind that line, they're giving him a little, they're coming at him, and then he's taking off and doing his other act, and that's in the paint and at the rim. And one coming here.
Chance to get his 21st point of the contest. It's up and good. Probably the best quarter we've seen out of Crutcher since joining the Iowa Wolves. I believe that was first week of January where he joined the team. Tough pass in traffic. McConnell floats one up and in.
Good tough play there by McConnell. Had nowhere to go, stuck in the paint. Had to get it off.
Here's Freeman catching in traffic. He's fouled. I think that's going to be Mitchell.
Mitchell's 4th personal foul. McConnell with 3 that's on the floor as well for the Vipers. Freeman has 3 for Iowa. Also, Nogel Eastern is about set to check back in. He has 3 personal fouls as well. And Zakarski's going to check in along with Nogel here as well.
And he's going to check in. Zakarski for Jules Bernard. Nogel's waiting to check in for Freeman. So Enrique Freeman, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Pretty nice stat line for Enrique. Off the mark with that free throw, though. So the lead stays at 13 for Iowa. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third. Mitchell gives off for Newton. He's been quiet. Shot up, no good. And Abugidi tried to go over Freeman. Alize Johnson can't catch it. The long outlet there by Freeman. So Nogel will check in for Enrique.
One thing I like about Enrique, things are good, bad, and ugly. He's still got that smile on his face. He's still enjoying himself. Took full responsibility for that pass.
He's 25 years old playing professional basketball on a two-way contract. Why wouldn't he be enjoying himself?
Easy for you to say.
Here's Newton going to work. Runs into Alize. Back pass. Mitchell's three up and good.
Mitchell with 6 points, 2 3 balls for him.
Yeah, lead back down to 10. Nogel Eastern has to run down the loose ball. Dribble handoff for Crutcher. Crutcher gets a screen. They switch that. Now Crutcher gives off for Alize Johnson. 3 on the way. No good. Zakarski keeps it alive. Lays it up. No good. Zakarski at the rim. It won't go, but a foul called. And they're going to get Abugidi with the foul.
Well, Zakarski's trying to push to that 20 rebound mark. He got a couple more there. He has 14, and we got a timeout.
So timeout, we'll keep it here. We took our second mandatory a little early with that last challenge.
Well, we talked about the standings before this game in the Western Conference. Mexico City coming in at 12-4. Stockton a game and a half back at 9-4, while Rio Grande two back at 9-5, and then Iowa came in at 8 and 6 and 7. So when Iowa win the night over Rio Grande Valley, both teams would be 9 and 6. Iowa then plays Mexico City tomorrow night here at the Casey Center, John, and all of a sudden you're looking at a 10 and 6 mark, and Mexico City at 12 and 5, unless they're playing the night at minimum. And Iowa's all of a sudden right there knocking at the door at the top of the Western Conference.
Well, Mexico City started the regular season red hot. I think they were 10-0. But since they're 2-4.
Well, they were 8-0 at home too.
Right.
They played 8 home games, and that's a big difference there. And now since they've been on the road a little bit, they've started to show some times where they need a Band-Aid to put it on.
Yeah, 3-3 on the road, the mark for Mexico City. So, yeah, a big opportunity for Iowa to move up in the standings here with wins over a couple teams in front of them. But they've still got a lot of work to do here. They lead it by 10, down at the half by 7. But, man, what a start they had to the third quarter, and they've outplayed the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. They've outscored them 36-19 here in the third quarter.
It's like deja vu from the last game, John. I mean, exactly what they did when they took on Memphis and rolled to that 18-point victory the other night, on Saturday night, 127-109.
Yeah, that was a 47-28 advantage in that third quarter. So similar look to this third. Kind of different cast of characters. That was Enrique Freeman really exploding in that third quarter, but this time it's Jalen Crutcher. Alize Johnson's contributed, Freeman as well, Zakarski. Everybody's kind of on their game here in the third as Zakarski looks to step to the free throw line and knock a couple down.
Again, that's a game when Enrique Freeman came back for Iowa. He had been gone for a few games up there with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that was the 2 losses with Long Island, which would have made a big difference in those 2 games because we were in both of them, but just didn't have enough to get over the top. And Enrique's back has solidified this roster here for the finish of the homestand.
Add Pullen back to the mix, add Zion, and look out.
Yeah.
Wolves got a really good looking roster.
Yeah. It's as deep as we've seen ever here at Iowa. Even when they have a call up, it's very competitive.
Santos steals it away.
There's one of the guys that now comes off the bench. You could easily start.
He had 19 in the last game off the bench.
Yes.
Santos catches, fires, 3 on the way. Good. Right on cue.
Yeah, I heard you.
Nate Santos knocks down the 3 ball. Lead back to 15.
In fact, he was instrumental in that third quarter blitz the other night.
Well, and 4 or 5 games ago, he had 24 off the bench, so he's definitely doing his job. Here's Newton. Looking to step back, going at the 7-3. Zakarski gets some space, but Rocco able to defend and get the rebound.
15 of them now by Zakarski in this game.
Alize Johnson turns, gets by McConnell, off the window, no good. Tip follow, that won't fall. And the loose ball out to Mitchell. Mitchell, a little entry to the right side. Mitchell on the drive, finds a cutting Knight, and off the window and in. John Knight the third with the bucket and a foul.
He's got a body I don't want to run. He's built like a brick house.
Well, and he's got some hops too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, he does.
Don't let the build deceive you.
No, I just wouldn't want to run into that build. That's solid bricks there.
6'3" guard out of Southern Utah completes the three-point play. He's not afraid to wear pink shoes either.
Nope, 9 points now for Knight the third. But you can call him Smith.
Here's Eastern. Elbow jumper, no good. Tip out. Newton runs it down. Tristan finds Knight. Back past Mitchell. Iowa does a good job scrambling. Now McConnell. He'll drive it. Floater up and a late whistle. And it's going to be No-Gel Eastern picking up the personal.
No-Gel's questioning. That's his fourth personal. No-Gel picking up his fourth. As most players, No-Gel questioning the foul because nobody fouls anybody in any league.
Well, the lead 12 here for Iowa. A chance to cut it to 10 here at the line for McConnell. Caleb McConnell played at Rutgers. Alize Johnson, almost had the rebound, but it was Santos securing it. Back for Crutcher.
Kind of got slop here in the last minute and a half. Iowa trying to close out this quarter, led by as many as 15 in this quarter.
Should get 2 possessions to 1 here. Bounce pass for Eastern. Johnson for 3. Off the rim twice, no good. And the rebound for Knight.
8-second difference between game and shot clock.
Knight goes right to the front of the rim and can't get it to fall.
Iowa can wait for the last shot here now. It's barely less than a second difference.
Alize will back the defender across the timeline. Johnson doubled now. Pass to Crutcher. 3-ball on the way. Got it. Why? Why double Alize 40 feet from the basket and leave a red hot Crutcher wide open for 3? Newton over to Knight. Knight at the buzzer. Off the mark, no good. And that's the end of the third. Well, we head to the fourth quarter here at the Casey Center in Des Moines. It's the Iowa Wolves 107, the Vipers 92. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Now back here live, start of the fourth quarter at the Casey Center, 107-92. The Iowa Wolves in front by 15 over the Vipers. They trailed at the half. The Wolves trailed by 7. at the half, and now with a 44-point third quarter, lead it by 15, Tony.
Yeah, it's deja vu. They did the same thing in the last game against Memphis when they rallied to win 127-109, and tonight they're heading into the fourth, leading by 15 and led by Jules Bernard with 27. But what a quarter by Jalen Crutcher. 17 points in the third quarter. He now has 24 points. 20 points for Rocco Zakarski. Bernard just an assist away from a double-double. Zakarski has that double-double with 15 rebounds in the ball game. On the other end of the ledger, J.D. Davidson has 22 points and 9 rebounds. Tristan Newton with 20 points, but Tristan stuck in the mud, the former Iowa Wolf, in that quarter. And Nephi, say it, John.
A boogity.
Boogity. Yes, 17. I'm getting old and senile. And 16 for Isaiah Crawford.
Well, meanwhile, J.D. Davidson starts the quarter with a potential and one. Nice little baseline runner. Took the contact. Free throw, no good.
8 out of 14 from the free throw line now for Rio Grande Valley. And the other problem for them, John, remember they started the game red hot, 6 of 7 from 3. Since then, they're 4 for 24. That's not going to help win.
Freeman spins, baseline, hook shot up and good.
Enrique now with 14 points in the ball game.
Iowa, nice job executing out of the timeout. Oh,
out of bounds clearly. I mean, the fans, everybody was standing up. He dribbled it right through the out of bounds and nothing was called. Oh, but Iowa
we were just talking about how well this game's been officiated.
Well, they have done a good job, but boy, that one was definitely missed.
Here's Freeman. Freeman spins, finds Harris. Harris into the paint, spins. His little baby hook shot up and good.
A quick move there by Harris.
Kind of bailed Iowa out on that possession. Yep. Shot clock winding down. Davison lobs it up for Crawford, and Freeman's going to be whistled for it.
Yeah, he knew he was beat, did a little grab, and Jules Bernard's going to check in now. And
I like Crawford's game. Just plays under control all the time.
Solid.
Looks like he could do your taxes too if you need them done with those specs on. Here's Knight over to Davidson. 10 on the shot clock. They'll switch the screen, and another foul on Bernard this time.
Just his first personal.
Third team foul already here at 10:36 to go in the fourth.
None have been whistled yet on the Vipers, who are trying to rally from a 107-92 deficit at the end of the third quarter.
Knight catches. Looking to give it up. Now inside it goes for Crawford. Crawford fades away, softly gets it to fall.
18 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds across the board for Crawford now. Isaiah for the Vipers.
Freeman has it.
Oh, just careless.
Nearly lost it, but no gel alertly runs down the loose ball. Eastern.
Yep. Down to 6 seconds.
Into the paint, no gel, turns, left hand, scoop shot, no good.
Yeah, just a bad offensive set at all. No concept at all for the Wolves.
Here's Davidson, and shot up and good. And a timeout called. So a quick timeout here by Iowa. 9:50 still to go in this one. Long way from over. As Iowa, who led by as many as 15, lead it by 13 here. 111-98. Wolves over the Vipers. More Wolves basketball after the break. Well, 9:50 to go here at the Casey Center. We're in the fourth quarter, 111-98. The Wolves leading the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. And their largest lead, 15. Still 13, Tony, but feels like the tide's turning here a little bit. And Coach Abdel Fattah looks like he's going to go to his bench and bring back the big man, Zakarski.
Yeah, the last three offensive sets were not anything to write home to Mom about, and I think he saw the writing on the wall. By the way, Rio Grande Valley will stay on the road. They'll be not until February 1st, though. Oklahoma City Blue will be the next opponent before coming home on the 4th and 7th of February. Valley Sun on the 4th and the Austin Spurs on the 7th. While Iowa finishes tomorrow at home with Mexico City before finishing up the month of January on the 30th and 31st at Santa Cruz, and then February 3rd at Stockton before coming home with about 4 home games from February 7th to February 22nd.
So some pressure applied in the backcourt, a tip ball, so Iowa keeps possession. In it goes for Bernard, and Jules quickly across the timeline. Bernard circles over to the right side of the floor.
See this high-low game. Zakarski, a lot of times when he comes up high, then he'll dip low, and that's when the action started. That time they did a good job of switching by Rio Grande.
6 on the shot clock. Bernard. That's fadeaway. Back iron no good, but a foul going to be called.
McConnell wants a.
They're out of reviews, so you can twirl the index finger all you want.
14 on the shot clock. They're going to say it was on the board, not on a shot.
Well, here you see McConnell come over and just bumps Freeman in the back. I don't know why he's asking for a challenge. That's a obvious foul.
Alize Johnson checks in and Nate Santos checking out now.
So Harris will trigger it in. In for Bernard. Lobs it up for Zakarski off the backboard. He didn't catch it clean.
Yeah, Crawford had a lot to do with that. Good hands. Now we got a whistle and foul the other way. Crawford did a good job getting up to high enough to cause some havoc with Zakarski defensively.
Well, all of a sudden, Iowa was having a little trouble scoring the basketball, and the Vipers keep coming.
Their half-court offense the last 3 or 4 times down court has not been anything to write home about, that's for sure.
Davison looked like he took I don't know if that was an ankle or a knee to knee there, but just a little gimpy. Nothing that's going to affect his play, I don't think, but free throw up and good by Davison, and the lead is down to 11.
Davison now with 28 points to lead Rio Grande Valley. He has 9 rebounds as well with 4 assists.
Bernard across the timeline. Rio Grande Valley doing a nice job with ball pressure to kind of slow down the offensive sets here for Iowa. Zakarski into the paint. Rocco through the lane, left-hand shot up and good. Oh, and Alize with the steal in the backcourt. His shot doesn't go. Gets it back, put back good. 4 quick ones for Iowa.
Alize with 11 points. Now he's been a double-double machine, but he only played 4 minutes in the first half, so he'll need 4 rebounds to get to that spot.
Here's Mitchell around a screen. Mitchell down the left side, defended by Harris. Back for Knight. He'll circle around, shoots the 3, off the mark, and the rebound for Jules Bernard.
And with this basket, Iowa could take their biggest lead of the game. They've led by as many as 15 a few times. That's where they're at right now.
Zakarski has a big size advantage on his matchup. Bernard, and he's fouled from behind, I think by McConnell.
And now Rio Grande's getting really frustrated out there. Knight the third, shaking his hips around, trying to say that was pretty good. A lot of the fans saw that happen. You see his frustration out there.
So 8:13 to go. Iowa with the basketball. 14 on the shot clock. Abugidi is checked back in for the Vipers. They need him to get back to knocking down those threes. He hit his first 3 three-point attempts in the first quarter. Oh, beautiful move by Harris up and in.
Harris with 4 points, 2 rebounds off the bench. As you said, John, that was a pirouette there.
Well, and a really solid defender, too. Yeah. So just what a luxury to bring a guy like that off the bench. Here's Crawford on the drive. Crawford gets to the rim and scores. Oh, he doesn't score easily. Boy, missed the first, makes the tougher second shot.
Well, he gets a 6th rebound. That goes to his 18th point of the ball game. Or excuse me, that's 20 points now for Crawford.
So the lead is 15, 117, 102. Bounce pass for Alize. Inside they're going to go. Zakarski, baby hook, won't go. Kind of let Mitchell off the hook, I thought. instead of going hard at him. Tough shot by Davison. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it out. Newton, who's, like you said, been really quiet.
Yeah.
Now it's Davison for three. Back iron no good, and Freeman high for the rebound.
And timeout.
And a timeout called. So a timeout, we'll step away. 7:08 to go here in the fourth. Iowa leads it by 15, 117-102 over the Vipers. More Wolves basketball right after the break. Now back here, the final 7:08 of this one. The Iowa Wolves hosting the Rio Grande Vipers. A one and done here. Not a lot of doubleheaders, but this one's just one for the Vipers, and then they head back on the road. But Iowa will stay home for one more tomorrow night against Mexico City. That'll be a 6:30 tip-off here at the KC Center. League-leading Mexico City, so if you want to see a good basketball game, come on out here. 6:30 tip at the KC Center tomorrow night.
We welcome everybody watching tonight on NBAGleague.com. Again, as far as the Rio Grande Valley Vipers go, they'll hit the road again, but they won't play till February 1st when they take on the Blue of Oklahoma City. Then on February 4th and 7th, the next home games for the Vipers, when they travel, they take on the Valley Sun on the 4th and the Austin Spurs on the 7th. Again, Iowa hits the road after Mexico City tomorrow night, the 30th and 31st. It's Santa Cruz, and then the 3rd they'll be in Stockton before coming home on February 7th against Maine.
Well, Iowa basketball out of the timeout. 117-102. Crutcher into the front court for Iowa. Left side it goes for Alizé Johnson. Back up top for Crutcher. Now it's Bernard. Alizé Johnson finds Harris the cutter. And
kick ball.
They're going to say a kicked ball.
So 14 back on the shot clock, and that's probably the best thing that happened there for Iowa, because it's like a cluster there. Are they going to?
So double technicals between Alizé Johnson and John Knight III. John Knight III's not on the floor, so that was issued to one of the players on the bench. Alizé with it, 10 seconds to go.
I can't see Alizé having a conversation with somebody on the bench.
Spin move, Alizé, shot up and good.
And he points over to the bench now.
Got to be careful.
Yeah, he better. Alizé with 13 points now in the ball game.
Lead is 17, 119-102. Davison off the screen by a Boogedy. Mitchell catches, drives it baseline into the paint, shot up and good.
Mitchell with 8 points, all off the bench. Again, a short lineup for Rio Grande Valley, just 8 players, number of injuries. And
here's Crutcher looking to turn the corner, and they're going to have a foul on Crawford.
That's his 5th. The thing that Rio Grande Valley didn't need to get into is foul trouble tonight, and really they've stayed quite a ways from it. Mitchell has 4, Crawford just picked up his 5th.
14 on the shot clock. 15-point advantage for Iowa.
Next foul by Iowa, though, the Vipers will be shooting free throws as we hit the 6-minute mark. The Vipers still have a foul before that happens. Oh,
Harris.
not.
Oh, great cut. Can't finish. Alizé couldn't quite corral the rebound. Here comes Tristan Newton. Bounce pass inside a Boogedy. elevates and flushes it through. Boy, he gets off the floor quick.
Yeah, 19 now for a boogity, but Davison started on the other end. I think he got a piece of the shot down there, just enough to change it at the rim, and that gave the Vipers a chance on the fast break, and now the 17-point lead's down to 13.
You know, this is where Iowa can't relax and have empty possessions. Bernard tried to turn the corner. Mitchell defends well. Now Bernard into the paint, and a bump there. And that's going to be Davison picking up the foul.
And that's his 4th personal. But again, I don't know how many times I've said it already in the last couple minutes. The offense sets are pretty stagnant right now for Iowa. They're not really getting anything accomplished and getting deep in the shot clock.
Both teams with 4 team fouls now, so both teams will shoot the rest of the way. Crutcher off the glass and in.
I would kind of say the 3rd quarter run and Iowa's game right. Crutcher might be that player of the game for Iowa.
Newton forced that one up. Can't get it to go. Freeman gives off for Crutcher. Left side it goes. Now into Alizé Johnson. Johnson double teamed. Inside for Harris, and a foul. I think that's going to be on Crawford. That's going to be his 6th. Well, they say 5th. Scoreboard shows Crawford with 6.
Nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, I believe that's Crawford's 6th foul. Yeah, they're going to hit the horn here. Yeah, that's Crawford thought he was going to get 7 tonight there.
Yeah, he knew it as soon as the horn blew. He's like, he goes to sit down. He's got that grin on his face.
He had the smile going.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe I'm getting away with this.
Knight the 3rd will check back in now for Rio Grande Valley. But it was one of the things we talked about in the pregame or early in the game, John, about foul trouble for Rio Grande Valley with only 8 active bodies coming into this ball game tonight. And until now, they were able to stay out of trouble.
Oh, there's Freeman on the offensive glass. The ball hit the rim the 2nd time. So both Vipers that went up for the rebound were just in no man's land, and Freeman there to clean it up. Here's Davison through the lane, and a foul and a bucket. Wow, what a move there by Davison.
Yeah, that was a good move, man.
No complaint out of Freeman, too. He knew he fouled him.
No.
Davison's just strong with the basketball. Watch him rip it through.
I mean,
right there, he rips it through the arm of Freeman. Knew he was getting the foul. Gathers and lays it in with the left hand.
I mean, 6'1", 30 points, 11 rebounds.
He plays so much better than bigger than 6'1".
Oh yes, I mean, strong, physical, athletic, quick. I mean, you give all the check marks are there.
Well, the only check mark is that 6'1".
Yeah.
In terms of probably keeping him in this league on a 2-way versus being on an NBA full-time roster, but don't count that guy out, man. He has gotten it done here tonight.
31, 11, and 6 across the board after that free throw.
Here's Alizé Johnson with it out front. Johnson's going to go to work and taken away. Now it's Davison. Looks to attack. Oh.
And now he's going to get an assist.
This is the dunk. And Freeman finishes on the other end.
Well, he got an assist, didn't he?
Wow.
Because that rebound, that miss went clear out to 2/3 court.
That was something.
They got to show that one again.
There's a foul and a bucket by Newton. Crutcher picks one up.
What did Newton have at half? I thought he had 20.
He did.
So that's his first bucket in the 2nd half to go with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. But look at that. That ball went 2/3 court back to Alizé for the dunk on the other end. Crazy dunk miss.
He tried to throw one down with authority.
Wow. Oh, thanks for that replay. Wow.
Hey, A for effort for Davison.
Yep.
Sometimes that happens.
I can't believe they didn't give him an assist.
Newton knocks down the free throw. His first 3 points of the half, like you said. Iowa did a nice job neutralizing him.
I was kind of gotten lucky the last 3 or 4 minutes because they haven't really played great, and Rio Grande hasn't taken advantage of it either, and then Bernard does that.
That's a backbreaker.
30 points, 10 assists for Jules Bernard. Another typical game for Jules.
He's played so well.
Yes.
And here's Mitchell on the drive. Bounce pass for Newton. Over Zakarski. Up and good.
25 for Newton.
Newton was messing with Sikorsky in the pregame.
Yeah.
All friendly, obviously, former teammates.
Oh, yeah.
Sikorsky was dribbling around. Newton threw a basketball at him to knock the ball out of his hand. They had a good laugh. Here's Bernard. Why not? Tries another three. Fouled on the shot attempt by Davison. And Tristan Newton is going to shoot 1 for 3.
And that's 5th on Davidson. They've already lost one player, and Davidson looks to be next.
They've had a couple of those that you maybe would want to challenge late, but you know, it's a 14-point game. But using your challenges early, I'm just not a huge fan of that. There's so many plays that happen in the second half where you need or want those challenges.
Juan Harris checking in now for Iowa. And Sikorsky will probably see his last minutes depending on how things go.
Bernard with a 3-point free throw.
I still like Crutcher as my player, the player of the game if you're going to pick one from Iowa, because that third quarter, he ignited it. I mean,
well, he and Bernard have been fantastic.
Bernard's been always.
Sikorsky, don't forget about his massive double-double.
Yes.
Davison has it knocked away by, that might get a review just out of principle. Maybe just a little hook there, but Harris poked it away from behind. I think the hit was clean. Let's take a look. Well, I don't know, man. That looked, it was almost a makeup for the bump early.
Yeah.
But the actual poke away looked awful clean.
Well, nonetheless, Davidson's going to try to get to 33 with this free throw, and that'll tie him for a game high with Jules Bernard, and he does just that. Boy, they've kind of matched each other. Bernard 33 points, 10 assists. Davidson 33 points and 11 rebounds. Pretty good double-doubles by both of the guards.
Harris with it on the wing. Gives it off for Freeman. Freeman into the paint. Kicks for Bernard. 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Abugadi high for the rebound. Now Davison on the attack. Left-hand shot won't go. And out of bounds, it'll go back to Iowa.
So Iowa's about 2:15 away from picking up their 9th victory with 6 losses and back-to-back wins at home, while Rio Grande this would snap their 4-game win streak, John. They came in at 9-5. They would fall to 9-6 if things stand the way they are, but we still got 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left. Alize Johnson going to work. Harris left open. 3 on the way. No good. Freeman, another rebound and another second chance bucket for Enrique Freeman. 9th rebound, 18 points now for Enrique Freeman, and half of those points are from offensive second chances. Oh, that should have been an offensive foul. Instead of bucket, look at Alize laughing like, Tristan, you got away with one. Watch this replay. Watch the shove off. Oop, offensive foul. Nope. And now I'm going to get an and one. Almost another offensive foul.
He stuck his arm out there. Enrique Freeman checks out, and Martez Brown checking in. I think, did Nogel Eastern come in? Yes. Nogel checked in for Iowa.
C.J. Fulton's going to check in as well.
But Iowa, Newton had only had 20 points at half, and really was quiet. He scored all 7 of them in the last couple minutes here, but kind of in waste time as Iowa's dominated since that third quarter run of 44 to, what was it, 44 to 22?
44-22 in the third quarter. And the free throw up and good by Newton, so his point total crawls up to 28. Like you said, only 8, and those will all come late, kind of in the, you want to call it pretty much garbage time here.
I would call it that.
Nogel Eastern finds Harris. We're trying to use some clock here. Santos will fire the 3. That's no good. Rebound, Ayala. Ayala into the front court. Inside it goes, Abugade. Boy, he gets off the floor quick, and he's high above the rim when he does.
21 points and 8 rebounds for Abugade tonight. But it's not going to be enough for Rio Grande as we near the minute mark, down a dozen.
Back pass for Santos, and
he was thinking bucket before.
Yeah, he had an easy lay-in on the back cut.
Yeah.
Here's Davison. Through the lane, Davison off the window and in.
35 game-high points now for Davison.
Lead down to 10. Iowa kind of playing with fire here in the backcourt.
There's a foul on Tristan Newton.
Foul by Newton. Just his second foul.
Again, Iowa at home tomorrow night with the league leaders in the Western Conference. Mexico City coming to town. It's a 6:30 tip. And then Iowa hits the road at Santa Cruz on the 30th and 31st, while Rio Grande Valley heads to Oklahoma City to take on the Blue. That'll be on February 1st. And then home on the 4th and 7th. The 4th with Valley Sun, and the 7th with the Austin Spurs. Iowa's next home game will be February 7th as well. That'll be against Maine. And then they get that education celebration game on February 10th, John, at 10:30 in the morning, where if you're a fan of the Iowa Wolves and you want to hear a loud crowd, come on here. It might be a little high pitched though.
Yeah, if you're a fan of 7,000 screaming children. Isn't everybody?
Oh, yes. For one night.
One morning.
Yeah.
Santos knocked down the first, second one, in and out, no good. So the lead 11, 48 seconds, clock running. Davison gives it off for a Bougate. A Bougate up with it, and another bucket. Fulton into the front court. Bounce pass over to Harris, and a kick ball there by Davison. So pretty much academic at this point. 9-point lead, 30 seconds to go. It'll be a side out here for the Wolves with 14 on the shot clock. Well, this is a big win for Iowa. They're going to now tie Rio Grande in the standings. Lob up and a turnover. Boy, Iowa sloppy late here. Newton run out layup is good.
Newton with 10 points in this last 4 minutes, now has 30 in the ball game, but he's going to quiet second half for Tristan Newton after really playing well in the first half against his former teammates. Iowa's lead down to 7, but we got free throws coming here with 25 seconds.
So C.J. Fulton a chance to get into the scoring column here.
Make it a 3-possession game, because, John, we've seen crazier things happen. A lot crazier.
Yeah, this has not been the clean ending that the Wolves coaching staff would have liked to see, but C.J. a chance to make it a 9-point lead. 2 free throws for C.J. Fulton. Yeah, first one up and good. 135, 127. Second free throw upcoming for Fulton. And the second one is up and good. And quick outlet, Ayala. Ayala turns baseline for layup. For Ayala is good.
He wanted to get in that scorebook, and he got it in there, his first bucket of the game. Got to get it across, and they do.
Long pass for Santos.
And that'll end it.
And Nate'll dribble out the clock. And that'll be the final score here, 136-129. And Iowa, like we said, moves to 9-6. The Vipers fall to 9-6. So Iowa will slide up the standings here in the Western Conference. And they await Mexico City, the Capitanes, in town tomorrow for a 6:30 tip. And it's going to be Iowa against the conference leaders, Mexico City. Should be a good one. And Iowa came out of this unscathed, no injuries or anything, so we should see the exact same roster unless there's a call up by for Freeman or Zakarski, or well, I guess that would be the only two really that would be eligible for a call up. But a 7-point win here. They were down 7 at the half. They led by as many as 17, and kind of in cruise control the final couple minutes, and end up winning it by 7 overall.
Yeah, Jules Bernard, the usual when he's good. Jules Bernard good tonight.